How you doing, sweet daddy? No, no, it's not sweet daddy. It's sweet daddy D. Well, I'm happy to call you my new manager. I'm what you call a player in the management profession. Right. Pimp.
As a black man, I found it real troubling for white politicians to become ventriloquists to black conservative dummies. Tim Scott, the way he bowed down to white supremacy is sickening to me. As a black man, I find his antics despicable.
And did you ever think that she actually appointed you, Tim? And think of it, appointed, and you're the senator of his state, and she endorsed me. You must really hate her. No, it's a shame. It's a shame. Uh-oh.
I just love you.
No, that's why he's a great politician.
All right, folks. So the folks at Project 21, group of minority conservatives, ooh, they were a little upset, y'all. They were caught their feelings. And so Craig DeLuz, this is what he writes. The problem is not guns. It's the zero bail, sanctuary city, and defund the police liberal policies that have progressively made our streets less and less safe. As social justice warriors like Roland Martin continue to advocate for criminals of color, they ignore the fact that overwhelmingly their victims also happen to be people of color. He clearly cares more about violent criminals than he does their victims. Has he been drug tested? Because the segment we were discussing the shooting in Allen, Texas. I don't recall one time where I was advocating for the shooter. A white Hispanic who also is a white supremacist neo-Nazi.
I need you to understand you will see a continuous theme of black conservatives speaking about black on black crime in order to justify the over-policing and the over-incarceration of your community. You will notice that that is a consistent talking point with Project 21, which is a conservative, white, right-wing funded black organization.
You're a pimp. That makes you the hope. I'm not a whore. What do you do for a living? Make people laugh. Make them feel good, right? You the hope. That's not right. Why do you do what you do? Why? Because I enjoy it, and it's the best way I know to make money. You the hope. Wait a minute. What if I said I do it only because I enjoy it? You the dumb hope. So what ideas do you have for my career? First thing I got to do is school you in street word.
All right, so we were just talking about this whole issue of police brutality, police violence committed against multiple Americans, but especially African Americans. Yet, our next guest, Philip Clay with the Project 21, claims that black media doesn't talk about a major issue like black on black crime. So, really, I found that'd be really interesting. So he joins us right now. So, Philip, glad to have you here. So, how do you ascertain we don't discuss the issue of black on black crime?
White people would pay people like this black man to come on television or get on the internet to criminalize his own black skin. This is what we have to understand. How can we respect someone that allowed these white supremacists to stick their hands so far up his butt that they can move his lips?
So for me personally, I'd like to take the conservative out of this and really just talk to you as a young black male. From where I sit in Indiana, which has a very high crime rate when it comes to black Americans, I don't see the same outrage and instances of black on blacks, young black teens killing black teens, as I do when I see 5 black officers beating and killing Tyree Nichols in tragedy. or in instances like you were just talking about earlier in Mississippi, or in the George Floyd instances. To me, the article that I wrote and the reason I'm on your show is because I feel that until we as a community can start to rally together and say no more, we can't progress. My article intends to say that we need to, as a community, come together and stop blaming police, just blaming police, and we need to stand together, and we need to progress, and we need to make things happen.
What is the, so you said you're there in Indiana. What is the white-on-white crime rate in Indiana?
You know, rolling off the top of my head, I don't know that figure for you.
So I'm trying to understand, if you only mentioning black-on-black crime, how do you not mention white-on-white crime? Because if we're talking about crime in this country, we've seen an explosion in the last several years of crime in rural America that doesn't involve black people.
2019 crimes in the United States. What we know is a total of 6,816,975 crimes were committed in the United States. And we know out of that, 4,729,290 of those were committed by white people. So this is what Roland Moulton means when he says, why is there no conversation about white-on-white crime?
Right. Although 89% of black people are killing other black people. There was an article, unfortunately I can't share my screen like you can.
Right, but the reality is, if you look at actually crime in America, it typically happens where people live. So typically, if you're black, crime is being committed by someone black, and if you're white, crime is being committed by somebody white. So why is it that no one ever mentions white-on-white crime? Why is it the pathology always black-on-black?
Like aggravated assault. White people charged 169,000. Burglaries. White people lead in all these crimes, larceny. And when you understand that crime is something that is affected due to proximity, then you will understand that the issue of white-on-white crime, the purpose in always bringing up the narrative of black-on-black crime is to criminalize your black skin. And this is why I say white people act as if they have ventriloquists and use some of these conservative Republican black dummies to spew their racist talking points.
What word? What word? What? You said word. What word? Oh, snap. What the hell? Dog, word is like, I heard that? Heard what? Oh, dog, you're not white. You are neon white. You so white, you make Barry Manilow look like a brother. Wait, I like Barry Manilow. Woo! Are you gay? I'm not gay. You just white. Yeah. It's all good. Yeah. Look, do you think this is gonna work between us? Let's make an analogy here. An analogy. If we were food, I would be a fine summer wine that would be divine anytime. What about me? Every good wine needs a cracker. Oh, that's funny right there. You got laugh at that.
I need us to understand that this white ventriloquist and this black dummy is sending out the same message as that black Republican is doing. He's sending out the message that blacks are criminally minded, right, looking to get over in every method, and that white people are the straight and narrow, are the safe people. This is what that ventriloquist and his dummy is doing while perpetrating a negative pimp image of black people. This Republican is doing the exact same thing while focusing on black crime and ignoring those that are committed by white people and ignoring the economic conditions of our community and ignoring the assistance that white people community receive versus ours. His intent is the exact same as this white ventriloquist with his racially charged dummy to promote a negative stereotypes of black people being criminals.
Crime.
Well, I think white on white crime is mentioned. I think it is.
No, it's not. It's that phrase is never even used. It's literally never even used.
So then what's it called, Roland?
Oh, it's called, first of all, they just say crime. But what you have is you have folks who say black on black crime. So again, what I'm saying is,
addressing a population that's disproportionately affected. It is a big thing, and
No. I'm not saying it's not a big thing, but the reality is we do focus on what is the underlying issue of crime. So what is that? What's the underlying issue of crime?
Please tell me.
Huh?
Please tell me.
You don't know?
No, I'd love to hear your thoughts.
No, first of all, if you're going to write about how we should be focusing on crime, then you might want to be talking about what is the underlying issue of crime. John Hope Bryant.
The reason why he couldn't answer that question, he sounds so baffled, is because his job and objective is to go on here and to project black people as criminals, as if we do that without any purpose, as if our economic condition has nothing to do with the criminality in our community, because now you have to address what created the economic conditions that created the criminality in your community. And because he is nothing but a talking point for white people, he's going to avoid that aspect of the conversation in its entirety and strictly focus on the criminalization of his own people.
The history of